I gotta see if you guys are able to hear this. Okay. It has been a heavy week. So I think all signs have gone through a lot of stuff. I'm in 28 degrees Aries, so like things hit me hard. Today's really hard. And I just thought, even though I'm super not techie and super not, I just want to go to bed. But I'm going to be happy to answer you guys' questions if you have any for me. And I haven't gotten the Facebook or Instagram set up live, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about kind of the energies of this week astrologically, because you guys have like a couple days to make tiny steps to change things in your life. And I guess I don't care how like dogged I am and like dealing with my own stuff. Like, we don't have a lot of chance right now to make movement in our life. So the places that we can make movement, small little things that we can like offer to other people, we should really take advantage of that. So that's why I'm here tonight with my hair all tousled and disarrayed. I was just wondering how you guys are doing now. I think I stopped the last reading on Capricorn. So I think I've been starting with Aquas for some reason. So I think I'll start with them tonight too. Just got to make sure I have all the other links shut off. For some reason, I don't know how to stream on my iPad because I don't know what an encoder is, but that's fine, guys. Okay, so the question this week is, so Mars is stationed, and that means that we're going to have an opportunity to review like everything we've been through since like July 25th. But we have the opportunity to make different decisions. And right now, everybody around you guys is going to be really feisty or worried or fearful. Like, everybody's in this place right now that people are just overwhelmed. So if you can approach like people that you're interacting with right now from that aspect, it's going to help you see the situations differently. Not like everybody's kind of in an unstable state in some place in their life right now. So they're really kind of like, projecting that kind of as a shield out on others. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. Like, if things seem harsh or testy, or like, you're getting into arguments, people aren't getting into arguments or like slighting you purposely. It's because like literally nobody knows really what they can take action on right now. But the only opportunity we really have as individuals right now, which is really the lesson, is how you show up in life right now. Because the true test of somebody is how they show up like when things are really bad. So are you going to show up to life, I guess, lashing out on people? Or are you going to show up with the kind of world that you want? Like, would you show up, offering kindness and compassion to other people, especially people that have maybe hurt you or you've had problems with them in the past? Like, this is your chance to heal these things. So you guys should really take advantage of it. The way I understand it, and I'm no professional astrologer, the way I understand it is that, we have this Mars stationing retrograde. So all the planets are in retrograde right now. But Jupiter is going to be coming out of retrograde. So those tiny actions that you take right now are going to be able to flourish quickly. So you guys should take that opportunity. I don't know where Jupiter is in any of your charts. My Jupiter is in Gemini. So I know that I can go forward and enact change and offer like help to people through my words right now. So even though I'm a total introvert, and even though like most people don't know, like I actually get nauseous before public speaking, I'm going to push through that fear and discomfort to offer words of encouragement and just help where I can. So, little known fact. So my Capricorn is in my 5th house, which means that, so my 5th house is like everything I love in life, like fun things, like things from my childhood, playful things. So the Axe of Thor. My dad passed away this week, and so that's really hard in addition to everything else going on in the world and like all my personal things. And I have siblings, and they're really good at like tech and everything else and like organizing stuff. So the only way I feel I can give to that situation is to say words, and I'm not the best at speaking, and I'm sure that I totally annoy them most of the time. But we have to like push through our fear of judgment and our fear of like animosity to go towards the things that we feel in our heart right now. So that's really important to know. Like, I don't want really to speak in front of people, but I have a responsibility to help where I can, and that's the only place for me that I can help. So I'm showing up there, and I'm showing up here when I really want to be in bed crying. But yeah, that's not helping anybody, so that's not going to make me feel better. So I'm going to ask you guys, like, where can you show up in life right now? Through small actions of compassion and service that you can help people. And it doesn't matter like how small, because we don't have a lot of opportunities to act right now. But where can you give comfort to? Like, and some people do this naturally. Like, I have a best friend that's a Cancer, and she's just doing that all the time. So her challenge might actually be to comfort herself. In fact, that's what I know her challenge is. But like right now, we're all confused, and we all don't know what's going to happen, and we're all in situations that are hard to deal with. And it's really how you react from those situations that is going to really grow you and make the people and situations around you better, or more of the same. So that's our opportunity right now, is kind of exposing your gifts, going against your fear, not reacting in a way where you have to cling to something because you're going to lose it. Because once you let go of that clinging, and once you face those fears, you can actually stand up and say, I went through all that. So really, like, everything's possible at this point, I found. And Aries, wherever your Mars is, there's also Chiron there. So Chiron is the wounded warrior. So you need to choose if you are going to place your situation, like your life situation, your challenges on people, or if you're going to see those as challenges that you were able to overcome, and it really is a gift. And through seeing the hurt that you've been through, also identify that in others and heal others, because that's really what Chiron should manifest as. This exact time last year, the same time I was losing my dad, me and my kids went through like my husband leaving and like us having to move. And that was very, like, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen. To have this kind of like ring around, like the two things I feared in my life most, have manifested, and I'm going to decide to still show up for other people because I know what it's like to hurt. So I want to make others people's like travel easier. So you all have gifts that are natural to you. And this week is all about changing your perspective and really sharing those gifts with people around you. So I am going to, if you guys were on live, like if I could see you on the chat with the moon card, I could actually just pull your messages for you. That's something that I do for people in my environment or people that I make videos for. But if you guys don't, if you guys are too shy to say, you know, to kind of identify yourself in the chat, I'm not techie enough to know who's online and who's not, so I can't answer your questions directly. For a general collective, like I said, I'm getting the moon, the world, and the Knight of Pentacles. So right now, like I said, we really can't see what's around us coming up. And that's okay, because like before 2020, we should have realized, but we couldn't see till this year, that life is uncertain. Really, the only certainty is that we will all pass away at some point. Things will change. But if you have a certainty of things beyond, like I have a secure certainty, not just by reading books, but like what I found true to myself, you'll have a much easier time with that, because people tell me that like ultimately people grasp things because of an ultimate fear of death. Now, I'm not sure about that specifically, but I do know that people have a fear of instability, a fear of loss of control, a fear of not being able to provide or be stable. So that's what I fear everyone's going through right now. So we have things are uncertain, then we have the world. So cycles are definitely changing right now. A lot of us have had to say goodbye to things that we didn't want to say goodbye to, or situations, or people, or jobs, or houses, or just the general stability of things how they used to be. And know that that was a learning cycle for you and us all, for the world really, that things had to change, that things were too stagnant, that things were, you know, things have to change in order for us to evolve into better people. And I'm not downplaying the deep hurt that people have had or the challenges that they've had this year. But because of everything that people have been through, what we are going through, what you personally have been through, like I said, we're taking small steps, tiny things in our physical realm to create change. Now, it will take work. Like the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, but it only takes one action towards what you want to be, a better future. And the Knight of Pentacles is the only one that for sure shows up. So, and that's beautiful, because that is really what I understand is going on. Like the tiny steps that you take, no matter how insignificant you think the act is right now, will set up change in that area of your life. So that's you know, I find that the astrology and the cards essentially say the same thing, as well as like the channels. Yeah, a lot of you are looking for choices on what to do right now. Like you've watched something grow, you've tended to things, and then there's been shakeup there. There's been, you thought you were surely growing something, and there's been change, and there's been shakeup. So when there's shakeup, when there's destruction, I mean, you can't stay in the same place. You have to rebuild. So we can rebuild with a sturdier foundation right now, because that's why the Tower comes. That something wasn't sturdy. Something something cycle had gone, like the seasons, like things have a natural way of changing. The sturdy foundation that you guys have the opportunity to build now will result in a new start. Like, look at, I'm just seeing the dog there, with, a sturdy home, a happy family, a happy disposition. And I'm just being drawn to the fact that she is standing there naked. So a lot of things have been shed. You've had to push through fears. You've overcome things that you never thought you could. And you've survived that with the Six of Wands. Your time is really to look forward into your future and not ponder what you've had to let go of, but really look forward, like with new eyes, onto what you can expect in the future. And I think that's what everybody's questioning. I got that confirmed with the Two of Wands. Okay, and then we have the Page of Swords. So you guys have knowledge on a lot of your situations and exactly what you need to do. And the Moon in Gemini will help that. Like, we're not all overcome with all this emotion right now. I think you guys will wake up tomorrow with like a clear vision, being able to see several, both sides of situations and have compassionate, with the Queen of Cups, compassionate, healing understanding of that and how to move forward. So these 2 days will bring you clarity if you look for it, if you're willing to accept the changes that have happened and to move ahead towards something, that can grow. If you've had things that haven't worked out in the past, struggles, fights, like animosity, you have the opportunity to give a cup of compassion to that situation. Or if you tried and tried and tried in that direction and it hasn't worked out, you also have the opportunity to understand that you can only control yourself and your own actions. You can't heal other people or their fears. Like, they have to walk through that door themselves. So you would have the opportunity to let that go. But understand that everyone's confused right now, so don't be harsh on anybody. Like, go forward in a nurturing manner, not an attack. All right, and I am just going to get something for our Aquas. So, what advice can I give to Aquarius right now as to the struggles that they're going through, any kind of direction that would help them most? Actions that Aquas can take to change. Whatever they're working on, whatever struggle they have. All right, and we have the Hanged Man in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse, actually. So I do feel like Aquas specifically have gone through like an internal revolution. So it's time to take that inner knowledge, Aquas, and stop staying in your comfort zone, stop staying in your safe place, and bring that peace and that amazing like knowledge of the universe and humanity like out to the world. Like, I understand that you guys are fixed sign and don't like change probably more than most. But I do feel like you guys have been able to see things in a different perspective and have gained a lot of intuitive wisdom from this. So the time right now, and I'm told the top card, is to stop being stuck in indecision and finally make a move towards what you want because you've been pondering it for a while. Yeah, let go of the towers of the past. Look forward to a future that is brighter with this knowledge. Confident in yourself. I'm getting the King of Cups. So, all right, Aquas. And let's see. I'm just making note of the timestamps. I don't know how many like people that actually watch my channel are up at this time of night. I didn't put any like hashtags or anything on. It's fine. Whoever needs to hear it will hear it. Um, all right, and sweet Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the challenges this week? What does Pisces need to know? I did get the Tower again when I was splitting the cards, Pisces, and the Queen of Wands. So I really feel Queen of Wands again. I really feel like your creativity and your passion for things really has the ability to bring stability to people around you right now. Just like Pisces, you guys like to swim around and kind of do your own thing. You also have the ability to come out with just like this strange, magical, like amazingness. Yeah, and with the King of Pentacles, like if you take that and do the small steps, you're going to find a lot of security in that. Like you're going to affect people in ways that you don't know. Stop clinging to, just stop clinging, Pisces. Like, I feel that you're clinging to stabilities because you've had a lot of shakeup. There's been decisions made. Your reading changed real quick, Pisces. I'm sorry. I got a little Pisces and I just love her. Situations change for you real quick. A lot of conflict, you feeling blocked, worried about decisions that will be made for you or that you need to make. Anything else for Pisces, please? How should Pisces resolve this, please? All right. Yeah. So, yeah, Pisces, you're supposed to go forward with your creative energy, with the Ace of Wands, and with love. Just like funness, like bring your playfulness to situations because that like instantly dissolves any kind of like harshness. Don't worry about what other people think of your situation because seriously, the world doesn't know what's going on in their own situations right now. You don't have to worry about what other people think. Okay. And turn heartbreak and hurt with the Three of Swords in reverse from the past into the Seven of Pentacles, like a new foundation to grow on, like a light, easy foundation. Yeah. With the Two of Cups, like what you're thinking of offering, Pisces, you definitely need to go forward with because, yeah, in the Four of Wands, because it is truly like you're the people that are Pisces, like you are the most psychic, you're the most intuitive, just naturally, like whatever. you're amazing. What you're thinking of doing, what you're hesitating on doing, you need to go and do because it's going to be totally successful. Yeah, and you know what it is with the King of Swords. Like it will build. You don't have to have fear of rejection. I'm telling you, put the burdens of the past in the past because this is going to work out for you. Like this is beautiful, Pisces. Okay, that's amazing. All right, and we'll go to Aries. Don't. I actually had to check in with my Aries friend tonight. I get two Aries friends, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are you guys just feeling harsh? They're not even at 28 degrees where Mars is stationing, but they're just like, yeah. And that's just like, okay, so this is a thing that everyone's feeling, which I feel bad that they're feeling it, but like, with a bunch of personal stuff going on, I never know if it's my personal thing or if it is like the lessons of what we should be learning right now. And I'm telling you this for Aries. Okay. So Aries, how to deal with this week. I get two cards, like the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So, like, I think you're going to be surprised through, like, all the stuff that there's going to be love coming into your life, like an offer of like kindness and compassion. Yeah, and I feel like you guys have, a lot of you have had to go it alone lately with the Nine of Pentacles. And maybe you're looking out, not knowing where to go, or if you've been through a lot, like choosing to see this as new opportunities, by putting, seeing your struggles as like lessons and things that you're still standing through. But I really feel like a lot of Aries have been out just like helping people, like doing things for other people. And I really feel like the universe is bringing that back, um, in a surprising way. What you need to do, Aries, is you need to find where you can also like offer love in your life and kindness. And I don't know if some of you Aries are wondering like about your relationships. One of my Aries friends just got into a new one. Or maybe healing relationships of the past. Seeing the trials that you've been through with relationships. And offering empathy and loving kindness, knowing that that person has gone through the same thing as you. Yeah, and being stable in that. Being stable, and look, he's holding a flame by his heart. Being stable in the love and kindness that you have in your heart, and the ability of that compassion to heal anything. That's beautiful, Aries. Like the Tower, you've had some knockups, but the Nine of Pentacles, you're still standing, and those knockups haven't destroyed you on a fundamental level. Like your soul is still shining, and you're still showing up. I mean, we are showing up looking like this, but that's why I'm on live right now, is to be like, look, this is me in Mars retrograde. This is what I look like when, stuff's hard. And you guys don't be afraid to show up, being that wounded warrior, and still, you're judged by, pretty much the entirety of your life is the actions you take when you're at your lowest. So know that. And everyone wants to step out of this week being proud of the small actions they did take. Like, that's the beautiful opportunity that you do have. Like, yeah, all this stuff I couldn't control, but these few things, like, I did the right thing, and I did it with love, not to expect something in return, just because I wanted other people's like time to be easier. And that, like, even if everything else is going wrong, like, that act towards someone else can make you feel like so full and complete. So it's like an amazing thing. All right, so Taurus. Too many things coming out for Taurus. Let's see what Taurus needs to know this week. Until that, Taurus. Angel Spirits Guides for Taurus. What actions do they need to take this week? I get a little Leo running around my house, so. All right, Taurus. And I feel like lately you have felt left out, or like something was missing, like something was not being fulfilled for you. But I do feel like this, you transmuted that into things that you could offer other people. Much like Aries, but you guys are more evolved. Like small things you could do on the physical plane to add kindness and to fill other people's cup. I have a Taurus cousin who just reaches out to me because, I guess it's her like intuitive guidance to reach out to me. And it was before my dad passed away, so it was like kind of super special because he's Taurus too. But I feel like Tauruses are showing up. Like, they're more evolved than Aries. They've probably been showing up for a while. And because you've been showing up, like, returns are going to come to you guys. You have changed people just by being you. just by operating at the kindness level. The Tauruses keep showing up, and you can teach all the rest of us lessons. Anything else for Tauruses? Like you guys have, supply a foundation of security and love in your life already. Yeah, and I think, you have an intuitive knowing about that, but like we were talking about my dad at that funeral today, like he never bragged about it. So like you Tauruses are not out bragging about all the good works that you do. But people are seeing that in you, and I really feel like you're going to get acknowledged for that. Yeah, with the Page of Cups, like your kindness to other people has affected such change, and I know that's like the only reason you do it, because you guys just love people, but you've offered your cup where there's been lack, like not expecting anything back. Yeah, and this is upcoming. The things that you like, being the strong person for other people, is really going to raise you up coming up, and you're going to be able to lead because you're just instantly going to know what to do. Like people are going to look to you because you've been through things before with a knowledge and a knowing and a trust. So you guys are just amazing teachers just by like living, and I really feel like you're going to be leading and teaching coming up. That's beautiful, Taurus. Let's see what Cancer's got going on. I'm trying to make timestamps. I don't know if I'll get them right. I'm trying my best tonight. All right, Cancer, I'm supposed to take that card. Okay. Let's see what we got for Cancer. All right, Cancers. First, I got the Four of Swords for you. So I really feel like you've been in a period of just laying low, resting, like contemplating situations that you might have coming up in the future. Really thinking about like directions in life. Apparently I got that right because my card's fun. All right, Cancers. Okay. All right, Cancers. I got the Sun, Six of Cups, Eight of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, and ending with the King of Pentacles. So I really feel like you guys have waited, looked for, Cancers, you love people. See, I feel like, you've tried to make situations appear to bring passion in, but maybe accepting of certain things or situations too quickly, just with your trusting things would work out for the best. And I feel like that's brought you a lot of confusion, a lot of, needing to look back at situations like that you thought would be so good or you thought would soothe you, but ended up kind of like bringing instability. But coming up for you, we do have the King of Pentacles. So through your shakeup, through your knowledge of what wasn't right for you, you guys are really coming forward. Like some kind of happiness is coming through your knowing what you don't want and knowing situations that don't work for you. And it's really gonna have an innocence like of a childlike situation, like just sweet and innocent and nothing that starts too fast in the past. Because like with this that's coming in for you, you're building a strong foundation, like by going slow, by not expecting like instant gratifications, by not trying to, push things further or faster than they can. And really with Mars retrograde, there's no situation you can't push through right now. So, but I really feel like this might have already entered your lives, like some kind of, either you've thought of this or there's an idea manifesting and that's going to show up this week, or that you already have an inkling of what the situation may be. And just take it slow and take it sweet and look at it, without thinking of things of your past that haven't worked out, with like a real childlike innocence. And you guys are going to be really successful in that. Yeah, like bring the higher energy of Mars, which is passion, and curiosity, and looking forward with like the fool's child eyes as to what can happen, what the possibilities are now. Yeah. And with the Ace of Swords, you'll be able to receive not only the passion, not only passionate matches, but like interesting, like knowledgeable, like brain stimulating matches, things that just vibe with your truth. And like that's how you're going to build the Ten of Pentacles. Like, it's beautiful, Cancerians. You guys have been through a lot, and yeah, you're taking control of your lives right now. Like, you're not worrying what other people think. You're doing what, not like in sudden movement is best for you, but what like like lights up your heart, and you're going to make a step towards that. That's beautiful, and it's going to work out for you. So that's amazing. Yeah, you're putting like the pain of the past in the past. Yeah, confirmed by the Ten of Wands as well. And you're just like going ahead with a passion, like, and that's all that you can do. Like living a life on what other people think or judge you for, or think your situation should be, having to defend yourself, confirmed with the Seven of Wands. Like that's prison. Like, I had a business once, I had to live that life. And I just was like so concerned with what everybody thought with like all my actions. And I find when you know who you are, and when you know what you love, and you let go of the situations that prevent you from that, then you're really, free to transform yourself and the people around you in a kind way, not in a competitive way that like hurts other people. And for the people that judge you, like, know that they have no idea what your situation is or what situations are. And all you can do is live who you are, and through that brightness and that happiness and that stability that you grow a little at a time, like they'll see that and either eventually support you. And if they don't, like, that's really their thing and not yours, Cancer. So, all right, Cancer. All right, who do we have next? Oh, the Geminis. Oh, Geminis. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Like, Geminis, okay, Mars is in retrograde. You guys like to think. You guys like to overthink. I can't tell you to stop thinking, because I know you're intellectual and you like to like plan things out if you're going to make an action. Like, you want to be confirmed that this action is going to work out. Yeah, you want to come forward with your knowledge, thinking it out. Just do little steps at a time with the Page of Wands, Geminis. Like, you don't have to rush in like the Knight of Swords. Like, that hasn't worked out, I don't think, in the past for you. So you're being told to find what's in your heart with the Page of Wands. Little steps at a time, little things that you can do, little offers of love or gratitude or compassion or kindness, and work that up into the Knight of Wands, because it's going to work out for you. I feel like with the Hangman and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you guys have been thinking about things for too long. I think you guys have received a different perspective recently about situations. And you might have realized you're not really independent right now, or you don't feel independent to make your own choices. Feel like mourning over things you've lost, which, it's just human nature. We all feel that. But like I said, with the Eight of Wands, and the Death and the Four of Swords. This is amazing. Like, you've sat back, you've thought deeply about these things that you truly love. You've thought about situations. Like, now is truly the time to transform those situations. This week, like, you have the opportunity this week to majorly offer tiny steps to transform situations, and confirmed by the King of Swords, like, it's going to be successful. And I think as Geminis, you know it'll be successful. It's just like making that first step is the hardest. Making the first offer is the hardest. Like, you guys are so charismatic and so smart and so genius. But it's that first step. Maybe it's because you're a mutable sign. But you guys like change. But that first step in change, oh, that one's always hard. Yeah. I feel like you've stayed a long time, maybe too long in situations. Structures, different authorities, be it work or home or like father figures, institutions. You guys have been in this box too long. And I think you really were trying to do the right thing, Geminis. But you have to ask yourself the right thing for who. Because you're in Nine of Swords confirmed again, like, this has kept you up at night. Like, how to proceed with this whole situation, how to turn these situations where you're feeling to defend your, into love, where you're feeling you're having to defend yourself. Like, take the highest vibration of Mars, Geminis, and trust that if you feel it in your heart, in a thought out way, that's best not only for you, but raises the life of people around you. Like, no, that's for the best. Yeah. And stand your ground on what's best for you and the people around you, and how you can bring, I'm actually hearing unburden yourself, Geminis. And I'm getting so many swords, like, go forward knowing that this will be successful. Like, it'll take work, tiny steps, a little at a time, but that is literally the stage we're all at right now. So having to make slow steps, slow progress grows strong foundations. Yeah, and you can transform relationships in your life. Like, you can transform yourself right now. This is your card. If you don't feel happy with how you're showing up, Gemini, you have the chance this week to totally transform yourself in the eyes of others and how you feel about your own heart. Everyone, I feel like you're just like, I'm getting the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you feel maybe you're taking on the Chiron and you feel like a victim, but you're not a victim. Like, at any day you can choose to transform what you perceive as like things people did to you into, compassion and strength, and know that, like, you've made mistakes as well. Everyone's made mistakes. And the actions you take this week can not only change things for the present, but also heal the past, offer forgiveness in the past, and totally clear and make way for a new future. So that's amazing, Geminis. I'm totally being told to pick up this card. And Geminis, you have She Who Calms. So you guys really have the ability right now to touch someone in your life and just bring, like, peace and gentleness to it. And if I had that opportunity, I don't know why. I mean, I would definitely do that. So that's amazing, Geminis. Like, I'm just being drawn to, like, the card I had out for how I should act today. Um, it just came out when I set up the thing, and just like act, go out and act, show up with love and compassion. Like you don't have to be over the top. It can be like a simple, tiny act by just like being like, how are you doing? Or like sending your grandma a card, or like, anything like that is just going to make like such a difference this week when everyone's going through so much. So that's amazing, Gemini. So I'm going to switch the deck because I'm going to go to our lovely Leos. All right, and Leos, I'm getting the Seven of Water and the Emperor. So I feel like you guys are really getting flooded with like, I feel like you see the opportunity ahead of you, but maybe it's like you're not sure which way to go. Yeah, and I get the Patience card. You get that the things you can act on are going to become very clear to you, Leos. So just be patient for that to show up. I think we all know facts about our situations right now. So what we can choose to do as we go forward is, we'll be going through all those like situations again, and you can choose to show up differently, and that's going to change things. Yeah, Eight of Water in reverse. I feel like you Leos, instead of just walking away from situations like you may have in the past, the situations that hurt you, you're going to choose to stay and work with those energies, Leos, and really heal things, and that's amazing. And with the Messenger of Air, like you are going to receive information that opens this opportunity of healing for you. It's going to heal yourself and others. And I'm told the next card for you. Yeah, and the Ace of Fire, and releasing that blockage, releasing that thing that you would have ran away from in the past, like tidying that up, healing that, like reaching out and fixing or smoothing, or at least trying to add compassion to that situation is really going to allow your creativity to flow, and you guys to really go ahead from this week and be successful. So that's amazing. Like I found that when we're hurt and we don't heal, it's really a huge blockage for us. Like we're unable, we think that like we can change situations, and that it was the situation that was hurtful. But it's actually always about us not dealing, being fearful of dealing with this situation and running away from it. We run away from it having the same situation still, the same wounds, so the same things will repeat. And I got the Page of Water and the King of Air. So I really feel like either you guys are receiving just a very strong, sure, like an offer of love, or you're offering love to just like a very strong person in your life, or a person that you respect. Now that the King of Air does look like a little masky and harsh in this deck, and I've always thought that, but the King of Air, I always see this card as like, he's been through some crap, just like the Queen of Air. But if you look, he's got this tiny little smile on his face. So I think he's really trying. So you're going to maybe be offering love or receiving love or compassion from possibly an air sign in your life, or just someone you have a lot of respect for that has really been through the crap and is, maybe you're offering like humor to a situation, or loving humor to a situation, or someone is for you. But I really feel like lightened up, and I like actually can't stop smiling with that, Leo. Yeah, and Four of Water, and you're going to transform the Four of Water. So feeling left out, feeling unfulfilled, feeling as though you or someone else's cup has been emptied, and you're going to be able to transform that into like you feeling fulfilled and them feeling fulfilled. So that is like the opportunities you have this week. And you just have to have patience because the seeds that you plant this week, like they're gonna definitely manifest. Like I guess it's the essentially like the 9th and the 10th. So the next 2 days, guys, think about it. What can you do? What small seeds can you plant to, direct real change? And I don't know what's happening as for the rest of the weeks, but I know that, and I got the Hermit and the 8 of Water. But I think that is to say, we've all been through it. Like the Hermit, I love the Hermit card because the Hermit denotes that you have been through some stuff. You've been introspective. You've like identified your own weaknesses, and you're going to go out and shine your light to show others the path. And with the Strength, the Leo card, I feel like you guys really won't be going forward with ego, but you're really going to like share your kingdom and share your joy and share your love with other people and give them strength. Yeah. And the 3 of Earth, and really work together as a collaborative community, like letting other people into your royal court with small offers of love. And that's beautiful, Leo. So that's amazing. All right. And next we have Virgo. Angel Spirits Guides. What does Virgo need to know with this upcoming week? What can they do to enact change in their situations? Okay, and I got the Messenger of Air, so I really feel like you Virgos are going to be using your knowledge and communicating that to someone. Yeah. You guys have been through a lot of transformations lately. You've perhaps faced a lot of darkness or watched others around you face a lot of hard situations, a lot of situations that like I'm getting break your heart. And through that, a lot of people have felt left out. A lot of people have felt like not thought of. Like situations haven't fulfilled you in a deep heart way. But I really feel like you're going to take what you've been through, what others in your life have been through, and use that to make decisions about change this week. And either you're, and she's so very soft on that card. So I really feel like if you need to make change, if you need to make changes, you're really going to do it in a compassionate manner. So that's lovely. So we have the 2 of Water and the 9 of Earth. So maybe you guys are feeling independent right now. Maybe you do feel strong on your own, or you're going to offer love to somebody that like is independent. I don't know how many Virgos are single. Maybe you just like know somebody who's stable, who has also had transformation. Someone very secure. If you guys are the Virgos that are like offering love to people, like the person is very secure and stable in themselves. Like they are not reaching out or needing anything besides that simple flower, and like really meditative, and everything's like balanced around them. So she's not surrounded by a house. So, this may not be a richness in like material gains, but I really feel like this stability, this peace, this flower that this person is presenting, if this is in fact you thinking of someone that you're going to reach out to, like this person's going to be really good for you. Or maybe someone is going to be reaching out to you because you are that stability, and if someone reaches out to you, like, even if it's not a love relationship, even if it's like a friend relationship, like what can you offer to them? Like there's something that will be offered, or you'll be offered. And it looks like it's going to be, it's going to, oh wow, Virgos, this is amazing. Like you are going to enact change, like something is going to change in your life. Some kind of deep pain from the past, like 7 of Swords. Like there's going to be a balance found there. There's going to be an offer of love. There's going to be like, and with the Five of Air, like the conflicts that have been in the past, like are going to just be easily maneuvered now. Like I think maybe you guys feel as though, or someone in your life feels as though there might be some rejection, but it's just like feels very open. Like you're going to easily be able to heal this situation, or someone can heal it with you. And yeah, you'll both receive deep healing with the star. So that's lovely, Virgo. You guys have gotten good readings all year, I think. Yeah, and you guys are coming up in a time where you're rebuilding something or starting to build something with the Seven of Earth. Like looking forward and looking ahead. Yeah, just like imagining what's possible for you. Like it's a playful energy, Virgo. That's amazing. Yeah, a balanced energy with the Six of Earth. You guys are building something like from the destruction of the past. It's just amazing. You guys are healing situations. You guys are taking responsibility. You guys are pretty responsible. So I think it's the rest of us signs that need to learn our responsibility. We're learning. Saturn's teaching us responsibility. Don't worry, Virgos. Yeah. All right. And who do we have next? We have Libra. And what do we need to know for Libras this week, please? What does Libras need to know? Okay, Libras. And first we have the Hierophant and the Three of Earth come out. Now, the Hierophant in this card is just like, I feel like the woman warrior. Like she's just so strong. It's not a male in this card. And I'm just being called to look at the number 5. So, okay. So the Hierophant and the Three of Earth. So I know that sometimes like the Hierophant can represent like a harsh energy, like structures, like things you can't change. And that most likely is true. But Hierophant could indicate Saturn. And we are in that period right now. So I really feel like you Libras have felt restrained, caged. But I'm being told that like this Hierophant is what you're becoming. And you guys are like the Justice card. Like I have a super Libra sister. She's like the ultimate like strong warrior type. But with the 5, I feel like there's actually a softening of the Libra, like Justice. Like she's not holding swords. She's holding angel wings and a star. And she's got a cup and a feather. It's like you Libras are being asked to like do your thing, like know your justice, like know yourself, but soften it up. With the Three of Earth, like look forward, not as what you have to defend, but as what you can work towards building with other people. Now, Libras, if you guys know anybody who's a Libra, they might have it worse than Aries right now because they're opposite sign. So be kind to the Libras. Like, I really feel like Libras feel like attacked from all sides right now as well. And I have a Libra sister and she just lost her dad. And like, I can't even think about how hard it is. So be soft to Libras, you signs. But Libras, I really feel like with what you're going through, you are like becoming sure and just, but like so much softer. I'm just like getting this softer energy. And it's lovely because like you guys don't have to always be this strength for everybody. Like, and with the Hierophant, I'm really being told that you can be strong and soft and like look ahead to a stronger future that you're building. and the Page of Waters and the Messenger of Earth. We're getting a lot of repeat cards tonight. Yeah. So you guys are going to like, and I know it doesn't seem like it now, perhaps, but with the Page of Water, like I think through all of this change, you're going to be able to focus on the places where you're able to feel like free as a child. And I always, it's so funny because my sister has a pond with like, with lotuses in it, with water lilies. And whenever I see a lily and I'm drawn to look at it, I always say like, no mud, no lotus. Like without the things that we go through, just like the lotus needs like mud to bloom, it needs to have like a muddy bottom. So without going through those things, like we're not able to resurrect anew. And I'm also seeing that like some of the things that have happened, like I think for all signs actually are things from your childhood, like maybe fears that you had. But you're really going to be you're going to receive something like in the physical realm, like in the 3D, that's really going to help you. Like you're going to receive some sort of gift or some sort of message or knowledge that's not only going to help you to see like what your opportunities are and like a more childlike, kind, like loving aspect, but also like still be able to be strong, but like be a grounded strong, like not so swordsy, not so needing to have to push for justice. You're just going to like hold your own, and like your physical realm is going to really just stabilize into like who you are in heart. And I feel like maybe you guys have always had to defend people or situations, so you haven't been able to have that freedom. And we have the King of Water. And if you look, it's like your ancestor like is still holding your hand. Like you're still being led and guided. That's beautiful. Like I literally, earlier in the year, this came across as like one of my grandfathers. So this is really the ancestor. The ancestors are helping you Libras right now to establish like your place in the earth. And with the Four of Air, I really feel like you need to take a time to heal yourself, a time to allow yourself like the nurturing. And I'm just really being drawn to the feathers sprouting from her head. Like you need to allow yourself to dream. Just take care of yourselves, leaders. Like allow yourself to dream. And when you go through that process of healing and looking back and seeing all the good things that you have done to make things beautiful in other people's lives, like that will help make this change easier for you. And maybe allow you to see yourself and your situations as other people have seen it and acknowledge. Like I think you're gonna get acknowledgement on that and be able to go forward like with the Two of Wands, like with a fiery passion, like with a creative like force that will lead you some new project, some new destination. I feel is really going to transmute that energy for you, that like you guys are really going to with the Page of Water. I'm just always being brought back to that girl. Like this is a rebirth almost for you guys. This is your chance to look forward with like new eyes. With the Lotus, I know that comes with pain, but like Libras have got this. Like, yeah. Eight of Air. Like I really feel like you're confused right now and stuck in your head, not really knowing. When you're stuck in your head with the Eight of Swords, like there are swords all around you. So there may be help and offerings of help. But right now, I mean, understandably, you cannot let that in. Like it's going to manifest in fights in your life. But just know, like, not people aren't trying to like go against you. Once you see that with the 10 of fire, if people are fighting with you, you're going to be able to burn like those bridges and those thoughts and like contracts and like step beyond them. With the 2 of earth to a new future. So like, I know you guys, like astrologically, I guess Libras have it harder than Aries right now. So I have a lot of compassion for them. But Libras, you got this. Like, you are going through the transformation that maybe other signs have already dealt with. But you guys like start off stronger. Yeah, with you guys are just maybe more stable minded than the rest of us. So you guys like really have got this. Yeah, and you're going to receive with the star and the Queen of Earth, like some really strong foundation built on yourself and your own like love and passions, and like really heal yourself and those around you. Like, I really feel like that's your gift. Yeah, to offer with the Ace of Wands, like unexpected, kindness to situations. I think that that's always like been a gift of Libra. All right, and let's get Scorpio. Oh, and Scorpio's flipped out. What does Scorpio need to know right now? All right, Scorpios. All right, Scorpios, you have been going through like a hermit mode. I totally get that because I'm going through my Scorpio perfections here, which has been a lot of shakeup and rebirth. But I really feel like you guys have like had a lot of introspection, and you are guys, you may not know where you're going right now, Scorpios. That may not be unknown, but I don't think for your sign specifically that really bothers you a lot because you're so good at transforming. So you're going to come out like the hermit, like show your gifts or your talents or, whatever you have to offer to the world. You don't know and don't need to know like the effect that will have on people. You just like kind of trust that if you sprinkle if you sprinkle stardust around, it's going to reach its goal. Yeah. And I think you have knowledge of that from spirit. Like, you guys are on intuitively. So that's all like, I really feel like Scorpios, you don't need to know anything else. Like, you guys have resurrected, reformed, like had rebirths, made it through that. You don't know where you're being led, but you just like your small acts are going to manifest into like big change. And you guys are just like having faith in that. That's amazing. Right. What else? Okay. And I think you have a temptation right now, as we all do, to cling to things in the past that you loved. But I think out of all the signs, like, she can just slide off that apple that's like holding her up. It's not holding her up very well anyway. And I think Scorpios, mostly of all, like, you guys aren't clinging to like money or structure. Like, usually it's things with a heart. Like, you're like a water sign, but also ruled by Mars. So you guys like love passionately and deeply. I think you guys are really going to be able to let go of things that do come up that need to be let go of, because you guys are going to be able to see, like your future and how it's like open for you and bright. And with the messenger of earth, it's slow steps. I feel like you've been through this process for a while now. But this is this is also the messenger that always shows up. So Scorpio, that's amazing. Like, you just have such a calm, like, I really feel like angsty through this, but like also calm. And I think my last reading for Scorpio was like, slow down. Other people don't like, excuse me. Other people just aren't used to like shake up and resurrection like you Scorpios. So I really get this energy from, what you guys are going through now. Like, you may get hit like with some unforeseen things, like we all will, but you're just like used to it at this point. You're just going to like be able to walk the other direction. You need to give us all pointers, Scorpio. All right, so next we'll have Saggies. All right, Sagittarius. So what do you guys need to know about the opportunity in front of you? Wow. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Well, you guys are talkative tonight, huh? All right, Sagittarius. I feel like you guys know exactly what direction you need to take in situations. I don't feel like you are so happy about the direction that you know is best for you. I'm just being really called to like the pain on the face of the angel. Like, you know what's best for you, but you're not happy about it. You're not happy about it, Sagittarius. And that's okay. Because like you're answering, you're still showing up, you're still answering the call through the things that have, you know, been shook up in your life. You know, so let's just all acknowledge the Saggies are actually still showing up and leading like they should, but they're not. I think you're happy about it, actually, Sagittarius. The Sagittarius I know are happy to serve. Just maybe maybe not now. I hope the Sagittarius that listen to my readings have taken some rest, because I don't know a lot of Sagittarius, but you guys' reading last week like literally made me lay down, and I found out that one Sagittarius I know like literally has been exhausted, and I remember the reading was like, you guys have a lot coming up, like you need to rest because you're going to be asked to lead. And the Sagittarius I know is like, even though I do these readings, like I don't think of people in my family when I read them. And the Sagittarius is actually, my older brother is literally like, you know, leading now, but doing it like gracefully, stoically. So I really feel like a lot of you Sagittarius have been put into rough situations where you're being forced to stand up from an already exhausted life and leave, but you are doing it. And everyone knew that you would. So that's like amazing. And I really feel like Sagittarius in general maybe do their best when they know that they're taking responsibilities and making the load easier for other people. Like I have a grandma that's a Sagittarius, and like a godmother, and like all the Sagittariuses I know, like it's like they through their own pain they're able to deal with it better by being strong for others. And I really feel like that came on quick for you guys. Sagittarius is came on quick, or will be coming on quick. We're having to answer that call. But you answering that call, you going towards your path, even though it's not the easiest path, is really going to like bring a lot of people together. Yeah, like in innocence, like in just easy, like loving compassion. Okay, and there's lotuses underwater in this, but it's actually like an eye or a jewel. If you can see that. So I really feel like what you're doing now will have effects that you can't even contemplate right now. Like you'll be recognized and seen by other people for what you're doing right now, even though it's hard to do right now. Like you're really, and I know you don't act to receive that kind of respect. Like that's not what Saggies are about, but I really feel like you're going to get acknowledged for all of the work that you do, and especially like the loving way that you guys do it. Yeah, and with the Ace of Air, like air is a spirit, so I really feel like you have an internal passion, an intuitive knowing as to what you guys' path is. And even though it's hard, you guys are like ready. You guys are like, we're ready. We're doing this. And besides the exhaustion, I don't think you guys have much. I mean, you've been through it. But I think things are going to get easier for Sagittariuses. And with the Magician, and it was in reverse actually, I really feel like things are going to get smoother for you. Like you're not going to feel like, you know, having to do magic tricks almost to get everything that you need to line up in your life to line up. I really feel like you guys, like I'm literally seeing you guys like, I'm just seeing somebody like trying to balance everything and just like still things like falling off, like the balancing thing. And it just, things haven't been easy. Like you guys like things easy. So things have not, no matter your struggle, worked out correctly and smoothly, no matter what kind of effort you put towards it, Sagittarius. But by you answering your call of your highest good, and I don't even really feel like it's like work related. It could be like maybe you are living your dream job. But by you answering this call that you have going on right now, the universe is going to see that, like your angels and guides and ancestors and God is going to see that. And because you're being of service, like straighten things out and ease things out for you. So that's amazing, Sagittarius. I'm so happy. Okay. And next we have Capricorns. All right, what do we have for Capricorns? What do they need to know for their highest good? What do Capricorns need to know about this week for their highest good? Now, I got the Hierophant and the Queen of Earth. So I know the planets in your house are going to be going direct as Mars retrogrades. So if you're a business owner or if you like are a boss or like control the structure or even are like a father figure or a grandfather figure to someone in your life, I really feel like you are going to be able to provide the balance in those situations. If that is not your situation, with the Nine of Fire and the Moon, Capricorns, I really feel like you guys are looking back at your past. If you see, she's looking at that star and looking at all the things that add up there. Looking at your past accomplishments, all the things that you've worked towards, all the things that you've worked on, and wondering if that has grown your stability, if that is all the things that you've worked towards, all the things that you've been carrying, I'm getting, all the things that you've carried in order to grow your structure, in order to grow your path, things that you dreamed were your path. Is that resulting in your happiness? I think she's looking at a past there. So Capricorns, you're being asked to look at all those little steps in the past, the things that have happened, the things that have crumbled, and the things that have succeeded. And I'm just getting the little like sparks of flame. Those indicate guides to me. And know that all those things didn't happen to you. They happened for you to bring you to a point where you are comfortable enough to, show the world your true like heart and nature and go forward with that. Like, and expose that, like standing in a cave. So once you look at those, not as like burdens, but as triumphs, I feel you're going to be like less trepidatious about the uncertainty that we're all facing right now. I'm going to be drawn to the number 18, which equates to 9, which is like divine calling. Like for numerology, 9 is like ultimate divine calling, divine path. So maybe some of you Capricorns are changing from like a work to succeed through work and structure to like a more divine, loving path. And that's amazing. It's really amazing, Capricorns. That's like a beautiful, beautiful reading. Yeah, and I feel like you guys have really sat back and contemplated this deeply, like contemplated not only like knowledge and truth and facts, but also like what you love and what brings you and other people around you happiness. Um, yeah, and how that is more important than fortune building, and that you need to speak out, um, let others know about this truth. Like I'm just seeing the messenger of water, like speaking love, like almost to a child, speaking about how the real things in life that build structure and build, um, confidence in your stability are not made of wood, that they're made of like forgiveness and empathy and passion and love. And that is amazing, Capricorn. That's like so beautiful. I think I might cry. Yeah. And then we have Fortune's Wheel. So, like, your change in attitude and the things that maybe haven't worked out in the past, like the love situations, the work situations, like the structure just being angsty right now. Um, like you realizing that and moving forward and seeing those as like growing situations is really turning things around, like this week especially for you. And with the 7 of Water and love, you guys are gonna have, and I'm getting truth chills, like you guys are gonna have so many opportunities to like serve other people in a different way, like in a loving way, like in a hopeful way. And I'm getting truth chills again. And not only have the opportunity to nurture yourself, but through nurturing and forgiveness and empathy and like love of yourself, you're really going to have the strength of the lion, um, to go out and know what you truly deserve. And like that's going to be delivered to you. Yeah. And with the Page of Air, I think that's coming up pretty quick. Or you're going to speak your truth really quick. Um, knowing what you deserve and changing your situation. And not only what you deserve, what is best for you and other people. Because, like, I'm just really feeling a not fighty situation with this, just like a release. Like, it looks like the Page of Air is releasing. Like, I think you guys are doing a lot of releasing this week, but like what it's bringing in just feels great. And then we have another confirmation of like a cycle change, like the world, like the end of a cycle, like the end of your struggle as soon as you release this. Yeah. And beautiful, like what's made for you will always be made for you. And you'll receive justice in those situations for, you know, the hard, loving work you've done with your planet Saturn. And you'll be able to look forward. Oh, and I got 2 cards. You'll be able to look forward with the 2 of Fire. So with the creative love energy, and look past the 3 of Air, the 3 of Swords that are really feel like has held you back in the past, either, or the fear of going forward. It's like you guys haven't been able to go forward without imagining that you'll receive hurt or that you deserve. I don't think you deserve hurt, but maybe somewhere from your childhood, you just think that that would be a repeating pattern. And you're going to leave that in the past. Like you're going to see the things that happened to you as things that you conquered. You're going to be able to go forward with like a really lovely, fiery energy, like a passionate energy. You guys are like, oh my God, this is beautiful. You guys are really going to become stable in your heart. Like that's going to manifest on the 3D world with the Empress. And like, look forward towards the world and the people around you with like really a compassionate, and like that King of Fire is like essentially Mars, like the best expression of Mars, like with a heart of love, but with the structure of the Empress, because with love, and allowing and like receiving and giving and nurturing. Like that's what real stability is. So it's like so beautiful, Capricorns. And to top it off with the Six of Fire. So you guys will be successful if you're able to walk forward, like trusting that it's what's in your heart is for you, like letting go of hurts of the past, like offering forgiveness, and just like, kindness and empathy to everybody. And even if like people's situations or decisions don't reflect yours, I don't feel like you're going to, well, you're being told not to be angsty about it. Just realize like everyone has a different path and a different calling, and that change happens. And I think you guys by now know this for sure. So wonderful, Capricorn. All right, guys. Well, I have done my small job of the day and showed up here. So I will leave this on the channel. I believe I might not get the timestamps in right away because I'm exhausted and I had like a lot to do this week. But just wanted to make sure that when you guys were going through, whatever you guys are going through, that I at least could show up for you and give you some insight and some help if you were drawn to needing that. So, so I'm so honored to be able to connect with you guys tonight and offer you a little ease on your journey. So, all right, thank you guys so much. I'm going to take a bath and brush my hair and get ready for a new day and expect amazing things. So you guys should as well. Have a good night and see you next time.